Oh, I'm live. Hello, everyone. Can you bring me a bottle of water? Oh, I got some right here. Hello, everyone. It's me, Latara Venice. I'm pulling out my bottle of water if you guys don't mind. I've been with my mother this morning, and I take water with me whenever I go somewhere. So, it's me, Latara Venice, soul care provider and the founder of Color Your Soul, where we are branding souls to soar with lifestyles of soul care. And so I am here today for our weekly devotion. Um, I would have been on here at 12 o'clock, but if you know Dr. Tony Robinson, I've been doing her Master Dream Academy, and um, we wrapped up today. So it was really good. And I just wanted to sit in the presence without rushing of all of the wonderfulness that's been going on with the people over there and all of the great dreams and things that God has brought out in each of us. And so, um, and even after I hear God tell me, you still denying the dream. So it's more work I have to do, right? Um, I am calling this devotion Impact, Influence, and Excellence, the Kobe Bryant effect. First, I was going to talk about grief, triggers, and resolutions, but I think this kind of hits on it just as much. And the reason why I want to talk about this is we know that yesterday we lost a legend. We lost a legend and a group of people who were probably all legends in their own families and communities. Two of were coaches. One was a college coach. The other, I think, was the girls' basketball coach. Parents and their children, and the pilot. And so losing Kobe was a huge hit, right? It was a huge hit, and it was a huge hit for a number of reasons. And the reason why it was a huge gut hit is because of how Kobe showed up in the world, right? The way that Kobe showed up in the world was impactful, it was influential, and it was with excellence. And as I thought about what devotions to bring this week, that's what came to me. Because when you begin to live a lifestyle of soul care, I'm going to tie soul care into this. When you begin to live a lifestyle of soul care, when you begin to flow in this area where you're learning how to take care of yourself, to be better to yourself, then what happens is you begin to dream bigger, you begin to move further, you begin to walk different, right? A lot of people think that this look on my face, people are saying, you're so gorgeous, or you're this, or wow, look at that, look at you. I have to attribute God for it, not the hair, not the lipstick, not the cute glasses or the cute clothes, not the 100-pound weight loss. I'm a fourth of a pound. I haven't weighed myself. Fourth of a pound from being 100 pounds lost. That is not what has brought this beauty out in me and is continuing to bring it out. What has done it? And as you hop on, can you say hello? So I know you're here. I'm looking at my phone and the computer, so that I can say hi to you, because I love to say hello to you. Hey, Bridget. But what has done it is God. I don't walk out of alignment. My goal every day is to walk in alignment with him. It doesn't mean I'm always obedient. It doesn't mean that I'm always perfect. I'm not perfect at all. Let's get that out there. I'm not perfect at all. And by the way, Bridget, I've missed your face and your presence, because I know that you come on our devotions, and just seeing you even online. So kind of missed you. Glad to see you back. But the reason why you're seeing these shifts and changes in me, again, it's not about the aesthetics. It's not about what I'm getting done or not done to my face, my body, whatever. I ain't getting none done to my body. I want nobody to say, "Ooh, she wouldn't have cosmetic surgery." Nope, that ain't what I said. It's because I am walking in the assignment that God has for me. It's because as I've done the work, as I've flowed in what it is he has me doing, as I have been honest with myself and my mess, and I'm clearing this stuff up, things become revealed to me because I'm not as cluttered. See, a lifestyle of soul care helps you to stay uncluttered. It helps you to gain clarity. It helps you to see, hey, I'm cluttered. Let me fix some things here, right? There is some clutter in my life right now, and I recognize it and I'm doing the work. I don't let the clutter sit anymore. Once I start to see things like cluttering in my life, it's like, whoa, wait a minute, something's going on here. Let me stop. Let me stop. Right. As a matter of fact, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of this week, or is it Friday, Saturday? I have a 3-day sabbatical. So that I will probably be very light work. Let me look at my calendar. Yeah, pretty much light work. So this weekend, I'm taking some time away. This weekend, you may not see me on social media much, except Instagram, Facebook. Y'all might not see me because I'm taking some time. I dedicated myself to taking 3 days every month of time away, away. And I think that that's key. And I think when you look at the life of someone like Kobe Bryant, because again, we're talking about impact, influence, and excellence, the Kobe Bryant effect. That's what we're talking about today, right? When you look at the life of someone like Kobe Bryant, you're like, people are saying, well, he wasn't the only one who was in that helicopter. Him and his daughter weren't the only ones in there. No, they weren't. But he was the most well known because of his impact, his influence, and his dedication to excellence. This is what I'm trying to get you guys to understand, right? Jesus is most well known because of his impact, his influence, and his dedication to excellence. Did you guys catch that? Right? There's a path that we have to follow when we're walking this thing out with God. And it can't be the path of I'm just a poor pilgrim walking down Journey's Lane. That's not walking in greatness. Not saying we won't have problems, because Jesus does say, I believe it's in John 17, 16 or 17, around there, that in this world there will be troubles, but take heart, I have overcome the world. That's where we need to be walking in, not the path of the troubles, because they're going to be there. We have to learn how to walk in the path of the victory. Did y'all catch that? We don't walk in the path of the troubles because they're going to be there. Those are the kind of like the obstacles. But when you walk in the path of the victory, you can overcome those obstacles. So that's how we have to be behaving. When you think about Kobe on the court, I don't know about you guys, but my son was a basketball player, and sports has been in my family all my life. Football, basketball. They just love sport. I don't like football, but I watch basketball. I can't stand football no more. Even though I will watch Super Bowl because I like commercials. but when you look at someone like Kobe, he was not only impactful in the game of basketball, Kobe was impactful in the world of sports, right? Like a Tiger Woods, like I can't think of that other golfer. For some reason, golfers are on my mind. Like what's his name? Peyton Manning. Like a Peyton Manning, like the one that played for Green Bay. See, I tell you, I know football. Like a Serena Williams, like this young chick, what's her name? Coco Gauff. These are people who they leave an impact. How are they able to leave an impact, be so influential, and move in excellence? How are they able to do that? That's what we're going to look at this week. Hey, Emily, thanks for joining. That's what we're going to look at this week. What does that look like? So today, to Wednesday and Friday, I'll be in here talking about these things, right? Impact, influence, and excellence, the Kobe Bryant effect. The Kobe Bryant effect. This is important. This is when you leave this world, you should leave a legacy of impact, influence, great influence, and excellence. You should. Jesus said, greater things than these shall ye do. And he left a legacy of great impact, great influence, and excellence. These are things we have to pay attention to. These are things we must know. So I'm going to tell you guys what came to me this morning. How are these people able to do that? How are they able to walk this thing out? Number one, they have a consistent flow. They're consistent with building good habits. They're consistent with doing the work necessary to maintain the habits. They're consistent with working on their weaker points. Now, weaker points does not mean that you have to strengthen yourself in every area. In the kingdom, it means that we learn how to rely on, how to do what I call the triangle effect, how to become interdependent in our communities to be able to be consistent in how we show up. We won't always be able to get strong in certain areas. We're not supposed to. In the world of business, something came this morning to me is that I can't stand copywriting. If I could hire a copywriter, I would, right? And there's someone on the horizon who I'm looking at because I know for me, copywriting is a weak area, but copywriting is expensive. Oh, good copyright is expensive, right? But I know it's a weak area. When I was having issues of trying to understand my finances, I found two people to assist me because it was a weak area. And it's still not the strongest area. It's better. And so I still have a bookkeeper I go to. She's an accountant, a bookkeeper. She does my taxes every year and gets me on gear for the year in my finances. You should be doing this, 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 and this. And because I'm weak in it, I follow through. Right? So consistently understanding these things, a consistent flow is about getting better in the things that you do and doing the work every day to get it done. The second thing is active movement. You can't understand what your weaknesses are, where you need to get strong, or what your strengths are, right? You can't understand that, or you can't get better in it if you don't move. Far too many of you are sitting down on what you know God is calling you to do. And for some of you, like me, you're not showing up fully. I just said like me. For some of you, like me, you are not showing up fully because of your fears. I just finished a Dream Master Academy, our Master Dream Academy. Great course, by the way. Highly recommended, and I'll share it with you all. I just finished it. And as I felt, I was like, oh, I did some good work. And I had to write down, this is what I heard God telling me, because I'm being stretched to show up fully. People think because I'm loud, they're showing up fully. God told me I ain't loud enough. So like, what? But today he said, I was like, okay, well, yeah, I shared my dream with my little pod. I shared my dream. And today God told me, you're still denying the dream. I went, and he's right. And he told me why. And I wrote it down in I have my little business book with God. This is my little business book with God. And then I have a dream book. Y'all see it has gold. I got my dream book. And I'm still denying it. So I have to sit on that this week and go, okay, what does that look like? I already pretty much know what he's going to tell me, right? But I have to get active. You have to have active movement. Active movement. Hey, Heather, thanks for joining us from the Bahamas. Hello. Active movement, right? So a consistent flow, because if you're consistently flowing, you have active movement, not stagnated movement. That means you ain't doing nothing. It's like you stand in water and the mosquitoes just biting you. You stand in stagnated, stinky water and you move a little bit, but because you won't step outside of that water, you stay stagnated and you won't move forward. So you have to have consistent flow. You have to have active movement, and you have to have this is good too. You need to have aligned mentoring. See, Kobe Bryant didn't become great by himself. He had mentors. Magic Johnson was one of his closest mentors because he taught him how to play the game beyond the game, how to keep the money flowing, how to show up, how to invest, which is what Magic does for a lot of the young players in NBA. Y'all didn't know that. He meets with just about all of them and tells them, make sure you have a plan for when you retire, for when the game on the court and your game becomes off the court, right? Kobe had mentors and they aligned with who he was and with where he wanted to go. Did you guys catch that? People wonder why I have so few mentors. You ain't supposed to mentor with everybody, but you should have mentors who are aligned. It took me a while as I'm mentoring with Shay Bonds. I'm like, okay, but she's going this way, guys. You know, her organization doing this and blah, blah, blah. And he was like, look at Color Your Soul. It's in alignment. Different purposes, different people you are, different assignments, but the same purpose. And so I've had to really look at that and go, wow, and you can have more than one mentor, but you want it to be aligned mentoring with where you are and where you want to go. Aligned mentoring, right? There are some of you who watch me on a consistent basis. You need to be sitting with me in my mentoring office. We have the Lifestyle of Soul Care mentoring program coming in the next few weeks. Some of y'all need to be signed up for that. Better get on that beta pricing, right? Aligned mentoring. Because many of you watching this are going, I really want to get it to a place to where I'm caring for my soul. My soul is a priority. Do some mentoring, right? The third thing is integrity for the assignment. Integrity for the assignment. If you know the path of Kobe, he came into the game at the age of 17, right out of high school, into the game. That means he was really wet behind the ears, really immature, right? And he thought he was it. Like, I got this. Jerry Buss was talking about that this morning, the lessons he learned in understanding I might be one of the greatest, but it takes a minute for me to get there. I got to humble myself. So when I talk about integrity for the assignment, you have to be in a place of humility, right? And I'm over my 15 minutes. I got one more. You have to be in a place of humility. You need to be in a place of receiving. You need to be in a place of submission in order for you to have integrity for the assignment and to leave a legacy of great impact, great influence, and great excellence. Right? And then the last thing is love for the game. You got to have a love. That's a hard one for me because it has taken me a while to even enjoy what I'm doing with Color Your Soul. I love it now. I struggle with some of the things that I see in the assignment, but I love what I'm doing. I love it when I get messages from women who are like, oh my God, this Soul Detox was so good. Or, oh my God, I so appreciated it. Thank you for that visualization session, Latara. That was so good. God spoke exactly what I wanted and you didn't even know what it was. You just told me to write it down and then you just let God use you. Oh my God, Latara, this soul study is so good. I love doing this. Thank you for these devotions, Latara. Blah, 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 blah. Why? Because I have a love for the game and I show up. Now I'm working on showing up fully, but I show up and I show up with integrity for the assignment. I show up having been mentored, aligned with my mentoring, and I showed up with active movement and consistent flow. So this is what we're going to be looking at this month. This week, rather. This is what we're going to be looking at. And I'm super excited because I think that there are certain events that happen in our life. And while it may not have been God's sovereign will, his permissive will allowed some things to happen so that some of us can wake up. But it shouldn't take the death of someone as phenomenal as Kobe Bryant for us to know that there's a work to do. We should not have to keep reading on Facebook. Life is short. Y'all better get it together. Life is short. Tomorrow ain't promised. Go love on people. We should be doing this every day. We should be walking this out every day. I do. I tell my family I love them every day because I don't know what tomorrow's going to bring because I have experienced great tragedy over the last few years. We had a whole 4-month period. My mom had a major stroke. We lost our house to fire. My nephew was murdered. Less than a year later, my child was kidnapped. I know what it's like. And it taught me to appreciate life better. But don't let something happen like that to teach you to appreciate life better. Do that now. And begin walking with great impact, great influence, and great excellence. So we're going to talk about that all this week. Hope this was good for you guys. Pick these things up. We're going to dig deeper into some of them on Wednesday and Friday. Not quite sure which ones we'll dig into, which ones we won't, or how we'll dig into all of them. I'm just going with God's flow. So I want to thank you guys. And I feel a need to pray. And so I'm going to pray for you and then we're done. Father God, thank you so much for this opportunity to sit with those who are live and those who are listening to the replay. God, you have called us for a designed assignment. Father, help us to be more aware of it. And as we get more aware of it, to become bolder, even in the face of fear, and with courage, move forward in what it is you have for us. Show us how much of a light on a hill that we are and the area that we are to bring light to. Help us to become who you've called us to be. Greater things than these shall we do. In Jesus' name, amen. All right. I will see you all later. Have a good one. This is Latara Venice. Be blessed.